Yeah, and now
Start
we've begun.
screaming about Gork and Mork.
We are back. Stop it. We're back with another session.
Gorka Market.
Um,
Cunningly brutal and brutally cunning.
my. Anywho, previously in the last session, you lot went
Took acid.
searching for a missing recon team that had disappeared in a city that only entered your radar about a zenith ago or so. No, about a few weeks ago. Week ago.
I was about to say, who now?
A zenith?
A year.
No. Upon getting there, you experience some strange effects before passing out within the town and waking up to find yourselves and your surroundings have been altered. Moving around, you found some people that lived within this place, spoke with a few of them, didn't exactly make friends, and ended up finding the recon team you were looking for, along with a strange orb and a message that was left behind with them. Upon retrieving the orb and stashing the bodies within a bag of holding, you were attacked by strange vine-like creatures, which continuously kept appearing within the space until you all escaped the schoolhouse that you were in. And that's where we left off now, with all of you sitting out front of the building, just, catching your breath. Quill is currently crouched underneath one of the mushrooms, kind of laying down on the ground as he's in a slight panicked state. Kind of looking, not even looking at any of you guys, just kind of crouched there, kind of has his back to the lot of you. As well as, think about it, the door behind you, when you guys did exit the schoolhouse, did slam shut and is now locked. What would you all like to
Can I
do?
do a quick person's check and see if the infection is spreading or if the cuts from the creatures have some lingering effect?
Sure. Looking over yourselves, the vines that do make up part of your bodies right now, or that do cover them, do not seem to have moved.
Okay.
They seem to be exactly where they were. The ones that had been torn away during the fight seem to be slowly mending themselves. You're not getting health off this, but they seem to be regenerating in a sense.
Hmm. All right. Well, I'm gonna slam a stim and then go check on a little feathery boy over here.
I think Blackstone went to check on him last session, and I told him he could do his RP this session.
I mean, I'm not RPing. I'm more just like, I'm checking up on him, bro. I'm
Yeah, you
like,
kinda-
listen, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you kind of get over to
You
him.
can have your fucking schizophrenic the episode about your dead father figure later.
Damn. All right. I'm gonna be cold about
That's
it.
a
Understood.
little harsh, Blackstone.
Listen, I did my little RP thing during the fight last session, and he still freaked out. So
He freaked out because the creatures and realized he came to the realization that running was probably the best option. He kind of gets to his.
Offer a hand. Oh.
Oh yeah, as he's kind of getting to his feet, and you offer him a hand, he does take it, kind of.
He's running away. Back to the
Yeah, brushing himself off a little bit, kind of trying his best to straighten up. You can still tell he's a bit shaken by this whole thing, but he's definitely holding it together better now. So what would you guys like to do?
Go back. Back to the group and I think we need to assess our current situation. First objective, finding the lost team, has been success somewhat. We've at least retrieved the bodies, but now we need to get out of here, and the only lead we have is a glowing orb that I think is Is Blackstone the one who has the orb?
Blackstone has
I
it.
am, in
Also,
fact, the
Blackstone.
one who has the orb.
I need you to roll me a con save real quick.
Oh
God.
boy, I need to get my dice out.
It's a
I was
great
completely unprepared.
It's a great idea. As the DM, I should also have my dice.
I did good. I did good. It's always on dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Slutty 20.
Okay.
All right,
You
we're getting
feel
started.
so after after your multiple spells that you casted within the location and the kind of strain you put on yourself, you did feel, thinking back now, the orb was responding to your spells as you were doing them.
Pinky.
It's not the kind of responding I'm thinking of. And
Even kinkier.
you,
I.
yes. What level spell slots have you used up so far?
Oh dear, I used all but one of my fucking I long rested but I remember, right? I used all but one of my 5th levels and one of my 4th. So that's 1/8, 1/7, 1/6, 1/5, and 1/4.
So you used up 1 6th level slot.
I used one of like 4 through 8.
Okay, if you have an extra, if you regain 1 6th level spot. This
Oh.
orb seems to discharge, and you regain some of your connection to the weave.
Pause.
I think
Yeah.
we need to pitch camp and try to get some rest in. We all took some beatings back in the school.
Not recommended.
Yeah, we need to get out of here as quick as possible.
I will make a note too, due to your environment, you can't take long rest. You can do short rest, but long rest will not be able to happen. And a short rest is going to be
Hostile
longer than normal.
environs.
So I'm doing a hardcore rule that I think I've mentioned to you guys before. In a hostile environment such as this one, and this will apply in the next campaign as well. You can't do long rest, and if you spend 8 hours, you can regain hit points, but it doesn't regain spell slots. It's kind of
Can we take short rests and regain hit points?
You can take short rest as well. They take a slight bit longer due to the environment and having to be on your toes. Instead of 1 hour, it would be like 2 to 4, depending on where you
You
find
want
it.
to try doing a short rest?
If some people want to take a rest, I might continue looking around so I could find any clues on who's this orb belong to.
All that it mentioned, which the message is still in chat, is
Oh, yeah.
someone referred to as her and she.
Hershey.
All right, we're looking for
Okay,
chocolate
I
flavors.
realized my mistake saying her and she. I should have said she and her.
Except for
We're looking for legally distinct Hershey kisses. Go.
Kisses.
all right.
Curses.
I don't know where a safe area would be though to make camp. I don't
Well, if
think
that door's sealed, why not right here?
That's the thing. There's nowhere safe here.
in
As a note as
front
well,
of-
the marketplace, as I mentioned last time, is completely empty.
Exactly why I'm saying this isn't safe to be here.
Can I investigate the market?
Who's the most injured?
Like, see where everyone is?
Sure.
I want to go grab Anthony. Anthony, if you want to take a short rest, I'll carry you.
Just take a nap on my back, bro.
24.
Looking through the market, or like from where you're standing as you kind of like look around, you would notice that the people that were here, or what you would call people that were here, seem to have left in a hurry. There's stuff dropped on the ground. There's one or two of the stalls has like stuff broken at it. Whatever happened, the moment you based on what you can tell with that roll, the moment you guys had started your little combat thing, they all vacated immediately.
Well, time to get to stealing then. Do I need to roll anything to carry Bugman if you want?
At the moment, no. Depending on how long you end up carrying him. I will probably make you roll something.
All right. He's the most injured and he's the medic, so.
It's... These like alleys go anywhere? Like, could I see them go anywhere from where I'm at?
They go out to like they just go between buildings and such. No, you can't get to the
Does
edge
this
of the
go
map.
anywhere? Oh, I'm not trying to get to the. I'm
No.
like, is there a teleport over here? With, like, a
No, I
sentinel
don't. I don't. I don't
shadowway?
have just a bunch of alleyway maps made.
I don't know, I was just checking.
Do you think I got infinite time?
Sassy. Yeah.
Here. You're fucking crazy.
I love how if I stand right here in this corner, I can look into the.
Anywho, so as you guys are you guys just like hanging out in that area? I'm just gonna move the map just for my own sake at the moment, and then for your guys' sake once we do start moving beyond this. Are you guys just going to hang around this marketplace for a bit, or are you going to do something else?
I agree with Rob. We should look to see where people went.
You can. I will let you guys roll the survival to see if you can track where people went. And those of you
Oh,
that want to,
cool.
if anyone's wanting to find a place
9.
to try to rest, they can just like. I'll let you roll perception to find a place to rest, unless I'm gonna be honest with you.
5.
Soap carrying someone is not really counting as a long rest because they're not really getting much resting on your shoulders, considering they're
yeah,
the
I'll
same
just-
size as you.
I'll let them do whatever.
I think my
Might
character's
I?
just gonna have to settle for
I
being
got a
easy.
23 for survival for
Okay.
check.
Might I be able to roll something to try and essentially divine the nature of the phrase that was surrounding this orb? Can I ponder the orb?
Yeah, you can ponder the orb.
Can I ponder the orb and its meaning?
Arcana with disadvantage, which is not going to mean anything for you, but
Alright, yeah, no, it's not gonna mean fucking jack or shit for me. The lowest I rolled was a 15, and I
Okay.
have another plus 15. I have plus 15.
okay. Pondering this orb and kind of using the weave to kind of reach out to it, I guess. You can feel from this orb a beckoning towards the tree in the center of the city.
Oh boy. So while we're kind of just wandering around, I'm a walk up to the team lead, Mr. Soapman himself. I'll be like, "Hey yo, my main G, what's up?"
Just looking for people.
Might we?
Do you have like a grin on your face or like what are you like giddy right now? It's like a little school kid.
I am stone face, hand, orb in hand, like doing the exaggerated cartoon like gang sign hand throwing.
What did you? Oh God.
What a visual.
What?
Yeah, right.
I'm just kind of like, all right. What did you find?
Yeah, can we go look for people towards the tree?
Going to investigate the tree.
Yeah. The orb is telling me things.
All right. Can I use my 23 then on survival to investigate the tree?
Well, I was
we
saying,
gotta get to the tree. It's a big tree in the center of town.
in the time that you were able to like look around before Blackstone mentioned this to you,
Mhm.
you do notice that the traces of some of the people that were in this area seem to lead to some of the nearby buildings. And when you kind of like check the doorways and stuff, like where some of these footfalls ended up going into, the doors seem locked and bolted. Some even based on the, slight kind of pressing against the door, other things feel as if they have even been barred shut.
Sure, not well. Cool. All right, I'll follow Blackstone to the tree.
Okay. How are you guys going to do your approach towards the tree? Are you guys taking specific?
Preferably,
Are you taking specific
preferably-
routes? Are you
Can I
going?
follow the most used path?
That would be the city streets.
is there like a highway? Is there like a Route 9 north that just goes straight to this tree?
Think of New York
Only we had a
City.
druid.
Think
Think
of
of
those
New
kind of
York
streets,
City.
like New York City type streets.
So is someone like chirping me on the corner?
Nah, this fucking commute's gonna take hours, bro. What the fuck?
Like you're gonna be walking for a bit.
How big is Blackstone?
I am
8 inches.
6'4" and kind of skinny.
All right, can I carry Blackstone on my back and sprint? got 3 feet on him.
What is Blackstone? What is your weight?
I think I weigh like 170. If I were to look and find it on my character sheet somewhere.
And what is your strength? Or athletics? Soap.
Plus
Wha- wha-
9.
Why are we doing the tower power?
Said you want to get there and you're complaining about how long it would take. I figured Princess here wouldn't want to hurt his feet along the way, so this will take
So
less
you're
time.
just gonna make a run for it and do that.
I'd like to label myself as an unwilling creature.
I would like to label myself as unwilling.
I could dash as a bonus action and main action and close.
So you just want to
240
run in the
feet.
direction of the tree.
Yes. Well, actually, we got the. Never mind. We have the rest. That'd probably.
Like when I said New York, I'm saying think of the streets. It's not quite that far. To get to from where you are to the tree would probably take you 2 hours tops.
Dog, what are you talking about? That's not that far, my ass. All right.
You're navigating through a fungus infested city that
You
has
said there's a
collab
open pathway.
like streets and stuff.
Yeah. Is there like trees on the street?
Some of the buildings have been like when the blast happened. There are still like collapsed buildings in this pocket dimension. It's okay. It is a fairly large city. If you walk there, it would take you. Maybe I'm wrong. Not 2 hours. If you walked really slow, it would take you 2 hours. If you walked at a brisk pace, maybe an hour.
What if I just flew over all the buildings?
Probably faster.
Who's the lightest person I can carry while flying?
Quill.
Will's coming with me.
Quill's like 3 feet tall, like everyone else.
All right. If I'm running at 27 miles an hour, how quickly can I get there?
How fast is your movement speed?
I could dash twice. 60 movement speed already. First dash doubles it. Second dash doubles again. We at
20 minutes.
All right,
need-
I get us 20 minutes there and back. Well, there and back another 20.
But what is how? Would I be able to dash twice?
No, why
You-
why do we gotta go fast? Why can't we just like enjoy the walk, see the sights,
'Cause we're busy.
window shop and stuff?
Part of the team's resting. As we exist here, we're most likely getting more infected. I'm trying to get this.
Okay, so who is moving towards the tree? Who is not?
I'm going to the tree too.
So that's Soap, Blackstone, Raw.
That leaves Wrath,
And Anthony.
Wrath, Anthony, and
Will.
whatchamacallit, Will alone.
Don't
much.
you put some respect on the name? The fuck?
Um,
I can dash twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch
So-
like some Z's while they mess with the
Okay.
trees.
I'm
Alright, we'll
going
be
to
back in a little
say
bit.
both of you roll perception checks, or all three of you roll perception checks while you're running. I will say that Raw is going to get further faster just because he's not going to have any sort of things in
Also,
his
I can-
path because he
I
can
can
fly.
also dash twice.
Yeah.
While I'm
Yeah,
flying,
both of
so
us
that's
can-
90 movement,
What's your base movement speed?
30.
Yeah, so I double it walking, but then I'm carrying.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he's going to get further than you faster just because he has no
Going
load
through
on him
buildings.
and he's going faster.
Oh, I have Quill.
You're taking. I thought Quill's napping.
Oh.
Quill's
I
gonna
don't
sit
know
with
what
the,
Quill's doing.
Quill's gonna sit with the
If
others.
he's sitting back, then yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna sit with the others and he's going to essentially guard because he's not too badly injured. He's a little injured.
I'll hit that perception check.
Got a dirty 20.
It's a 19.
19. With that 19, yeah, with that 19, as you get ahead of the others, you do notice some of the streets are a bit more lively than others. There's one or two intersections in particular that seem to be roughly a block away from the tree itself that seem to have multiple of these vine creatures that you had fought inside the school roaming the streets, as well as some of the humanoid folk that you had seen moving about as well.
Are they like not fighting, or are they just?
They are not fighting. They seem to be almost like they seem to be working together and they seem to be searching.
I fly down to Soap so I can relate.
How many blocks out do you think we have before we get there?
It would be a block out. You would be a block out by the time he'd get back to you.
I'd put Blackstone down at this point. And, I think it'd be, for our best safety, we stick to rooftops and maybe try to move unseen
The
from
fuck
here.
you think I'm made of?
Glass. You're made of glass.
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's your constitution?
14.
Okay, you have one more than me.
You win this round.
You win this round. I'm gonna start walking calmly towards the tree.
Probably not the best idea, but I stealth and then follow behind him by like 15 feet.
I'd kind of walk up to you, Rongo. If you want to take the roof, I could follow him and stealth. At least this way you could get advantage.
Yeah. I can go up to the roof and then I'll stealth 24. I'll just
Okay.
roll, but
I'm gonna shadow Blackstone down from the street. I got a 31.
You are one with the shadows. And Ra, you are also very quiet. And you, Blackstone, you're just walking out in the street.
Hell yeah.
As you get further down the street,
Suddenly accosted by 7 vine beasts.
yeah, you're suddenly just in danger.
I hear him clicking around. Get ready.
I'm preparing things. Give me a moment.
Giant enemy spider.
If I don't see a giant goth tree mommy, I don't want it.
That's not the image I wanted today.
I'll look it up, see if I can find anything. I think Reddit might be of use.
So, a lot of you. Raw, you're 60 feet up in the air. We're just gonna put you on the edge of the building because I don't have rooftops made.
What doing over here? I'm like over here. I'm walking calmly down the sidewalk here.
Okay. Raw. Yeah.
Yes.
You would be able to see the same things you'd seen before. The creatures moving about. You'd see one of the bigger, more humanoid type vine creatures looking underneath what looks to be a desecrated car before producing a few kind of like guttural growls and grunts. You hear a response come from further down that road to the right, as well as some that come from the left, from where you don't see where they are coming from, but you hear them. And you also hear a few voices like speaking to one another, calling out, things like that.
Okay. I stay. So I'm on a rooftop right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just.
Okay, I mean,
Could I try and peek around the corner?
yeah, you can move along just move yourself along the edge of the building.
Would I have been able to, as time passes from being put down, cast comprehend languages?
How long does it take to cast?
It takes 1 action plus 10 minutes.
Oh, you're ritual casting it?
Yeah.
I'll say you could cast it in that time. You're going to be walking extremely slow while doing it, but you can do it.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. I see more. This one's quadrupedal. The other one's bipedal.
You're
Yes.
a ped.
There's actually 2 bipedals, technically.
Yes, but you do hear them. They are facing away from the intersection. They seem to be heading down that road to the right.
Okay. Are we doing our movement?
Yeah.
Okay. I've moved my movement.
Where would the
Sure.
other two of you like to move?
Would
And
I be
would
ab-
you?
Sorry. Would I be able to dash while stealth or no? I don't think you can.
You can dash. You're moving at half speed. If you go at
Oh.
full speed, you'll have to re-roll your stealth check, and you roll with disadvantage.
Wait, alright, so I only can move half speed because I'm stealth?
Yes.
I would like to cast
Well,
the
I
spell.
move full speed then. On
I would.
accident.
I'd
Oh,
like to
that's
cast
fine
the
for now.
spell
Okay.
Unseen Servant.
Okay. Is that a concentration spell? I can't remember.
No, not according to this.
Okay. All right.
So
You cast.
I just
you cast the
summon
spell.
an invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force that can perform simple tasks at my command.
Okay.
You want to give me my little Wi-Fi symbol?
Oh. Yeah, I'll give you your Wi-Fi symbol. That
Yeah,
the audience can't fucking see because it's just a black symbol. Give me a second. I can make this so that it's visible to the audience.
Make it like
Wait, did
bright
you move it?
blue. I did. Make the
Yeah.
symbol itself like bright blue if you can, because it's even hard for me to see.
Oh, bloom didn't work. Inner fog.
Based. Now that
That
can
actually
see it.
fucking worked. Let's go.
Where the fuck is this symbol?
directly
Oh.
next to me.
Look at that. All right. Well, I'll be
Here, I
moving
can-
here, sticking to the shadow.
All right, so I'm just gonna give it a simple command of distract and point it at the street the street here.
Okay.
The rest of that's up to you. So I'm just zoom. It's
Yeah.
flying over.
Oh, I think I just realized something about this symbol. I think can the stream see it?
Oh.
Yes, it can. Okay, it's just like really hard to see. I was like, I had to check.
Well, yeah, it's really tiny.
Yeah, let me have a plan. I'm a man with a plan. Give me a moment.
Set it on fire. They'll
No, that's
see it then.
that's too big. That's too
Works.
big.
No, it's fine.
No, I want it 0.5. Perfect. Now we can see it. Our little antenna tower. Next campaign we'll have something legitimate for this icon. Anywho, so yeah, you send it over there. So you're trying to get them to look in the direction of it.
I'm trying to get them to look look away from the street.
They were already looking away. The way they're facing now, they are looking
I
away.
want them to be drawn more away, more viciously away from the street.
So you want to send this thing further down the road, away from you?
Yeah, I was more just giving it the command of distracting these people.
What is the range on that? Like, how far can it get from you?
Uh,
Does it specify a range?
it does not. Oh wait, if you command the servant to perform a test, that it would move it more than 60 feet away, the spell ends. All right, so I guess I'm going to maintain distance with it.
Do you want to roll me a stealth check?
I won.
I'll say you'll get advantage. It's gonna move to that spot. Is where I'm gonna put it. You'll get advantage due to it making noise.
Nice, and it served me well. I got a 16.
Okay, you send it over there. You know, you don't see it. Obviously, you can't see it. You send it over there though, and as you kind of like keep your distance and kind of move along, you see a few pebbles kind of lifting off the ground in this general area and just kind of being tossed to like here. All of the individuals over here kind of looking around, not seeing further down this road. You are able to try to move across.
Meow.
If you're doing stealth, you have to move at half speed. So
Frig. Alright, you remember the fucking browser sound effect I told you that I have? I control Z to my browser going at me.
oh my god. All right. So you move 30 feet.
It's screaming no at me when I hit space.
No! Stop!
Stop!
All right, Soap, what about you? Soap.
Moving. I'm gonna move
Yeah.
right here just so I can see. Just hiding under I'm assuming like that's a pile of rocks and some big mushrooms. I'm like
Yeah.
tucked in there. Oh man, that's a lot of fuck no going on.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
So we are kind of doing this turn-based ish.
Yes.
We are in trouble.
So you get to that location. You keep, you kind of look around.
Alright, so we got the big thread over here. These guys.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
moment
look
as
at
you
all
kind of
the
get to
way.
that position, the big one kind of shifts to here. Dog one, which not really paying you guys much attention at the moment, also kind of shifts down and is like sniffing around on the ground. This dude doesn't really care, kind of moves along here, kind of looking along the walls and stuff. And this last one turns, walks over, and is investigating the same spot where there was rocks being thrown right here. These ones on this side move a little further down the street.
Beast.
So, make your movements with your half speed at the moment being in stealth. You can take the dash action as well while in stealth, so like you can
Oh, I can.
extend that
I would-
more. Yeah.
I would like it. I would like to.
Are you
Alright.
planning to have your servant move away from its location?
I do plan on having it move this way.
Okay, I'm gonna check something. So we can, yeah, that's 60 feet. Okay. Just to
Just,
make it. Wait.
if I could take the dash action. I'll
Actually, at
just,
65,
So-
it has to move.
So
Here.
so hear me out, right? It
Yeah.
says the spell and area effect is 60 feet. But it only says that it would disband it if I give it a command that would make it do an effect outside of a 60-foot area.
It's supposed to be like if the servant itself gets outside of your spell range, it dispels.
Now, is this as a rule as written or rule as intended?
Rules intended.
Damn.
We all know, just like me, they weren't good at writing exactly the details for the spells because these are things that they didn't think of when it came down to making the spell.
Hey man, I think it's
sounds
pretty
like a
well
personal
worded.
problem.
It's well worded. It's just missing some things. Or, so be it. Anywho, Raw, where are you moving? Are you going to shift at all? You can see the other two making their dashes and stuff across the road.
I'm gonna continue moving.
You got
So
two
here-
dashes.
Yeah, so here is movement 1. I'm gonna sit on the corner here of the building.
Okay. You watch the other two do their thing.
Yeah, so I can see everything. And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. In that time, the creatures continue investigating on this side. These ones will move further down the street that are off to the right. You guys can keep moving. They haven't noticed you. You guys have kept your stealth up.
Is
Now,
there anything up ahead?
Up ahead, you can see like a block ahead of you. It's the streets are more in rubble here, kind of coming up due to the roots of the tree kind of coming up out of the ground and breaking through some of these buildings. Directly ahead of you, though, at the very end of the street, you can see what looks to be a city hall. Kind
Hey,
of
great.
large, this marble building, marble columns, large steps going up to the front of it. A set of large wooden doors, kind of directly at the center of this structure, along with these large mushrooms, growing up the walls, and the roof as well. This, though, out of all the buildings around here, this looks to be the most intact, except for the upper levels of the city hall seem to be destroyed by the tree itself.
How do you determine jump height?
If it's what I'm thinking, you can jump 3 feet plus your strength modifier, I think it was. without having to roll something. Anything higher than that, you have to roll a check. I could be thinking of Pathfinder's jump requirement, though.
Probably.
I think they're relatively the same. They're pretty damn close. But I could be wrong. But yes, that's the kind of building you guys see ahead of you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have an
Beyond this
extra
specific
fact.
street, though, the streets are like this is a direct path to that city hall. Beyond this point, you don't see any more of these vine creatures. On the street, at least. So, what would you guys like to do?
I mean, I'm just gonna continue moving.
Okay, yeah, you move forward.
Apparently, I could clear a 17-foot. I have Wendigo's prowess as well.
That is a or a horizontal jump.
And high jump.
Are they the same?
Speed increased by 10 feet. Add 10 feet to your long jump distance.
That's a long
Oh,
jump.
I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, I was just mathing.
He was doing the math.
I was doing. Let's see. Let me do my. I could go here with the first one. Is there anywhere to like hide over here, or
You can skulk in the shadows type deal.
if needed, I got distance to go here.
Yeah, you can skulk in the shadows.
All right.
All right, I'll just based on what's going on. You guys clear the street fairly easily. Nothing really, gets in your way along this path. Yeah, and none of them seem to have noticed you. The distraction seems to have kept them away from you. But beyond that, like, you're just in the street, kind of moving along, skulking in the shadows, things like that.
Excelente. I begin calmly walking once I am out of sight. Again.
Okay. So you all make your way towards the city hall.
Joining.
Bro, are you going to join them, or are you staying on that rooftop?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you all easily go to that city hall. No issues
I ponder
there.
the orb once more.
You ponder the orb. I'm gonna bring this back up. Without even having to roll anything, you can feel it. Almost, if it could make noise, it definitely would be getting louder as it calls out towards the tree. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it you can definitely feel a stronger pull of this orb towards this tree.
I ponder the tree.
You don't get anything from the tree. It's a beautiful tree.
That's a damn nice looking tree. I continue about my business.
Was there a reason we're here, Blackstone, or are you just really into this tree?
We're at the tree?
Like you're
Or
at
we're
the
at the town hall.
You're at the town hall. The tree is directly behind the town hall.
So you see me looking at the orb and then looking at the tree. So we're
Half
here
of our
because of the
team-
orb.
Half of the team is still back. I don't know how far you want to go.
I wanted to go to the tree. Hence why I said we need to investigate the tree.
All right. How easily could I scale the town hall?
The initial, like, kind of first level of it, it would be a slight challenge due to the way the fungus is growing on it. Anything above that, though, where the tree is actually like making contact, is a lot harder.
How
Due-
so?
due
If
to
there's a
the-
tree, is
these-
there branches?
Due to the way that the tree has kind of grown in here, and the various fungus and vines coming off of it, there's a chance that if you try to climb up there, you could entangle yourself instead.
Fuck off. Avatar bullshit is.
It's like a briar patch almost of like these vines and stuff. And
I'll
at
stick
looking
with
up
him
there,
on the
you can
ground.
see some of these vines seem to be shifting slightly,
Yeah,
almost
not
moving on their
fucking
own.
Tree. I'll continue. I'll keep my stealth and I'll just shadow Blackstone.
Okay, yeah, you guys walk straight up to the city hall that is connected to this tree.
Okay, so the city hall is connected to the tree.
Yes.
That was a crucial detail I hadn't skipped apparently.
Yeah, it is like directly in front of the tree. The tree seems to be growing over part of it. The second floor has been destroyed by such tree. But yeah, you guys walk up to this, marble building, seeming mostly intact. The top obviously being gone, with the large wooden doors that seem to be untouched, sealed shut.
I'd like to ponder the ore.
It's the same response. It is a stronger and stronger pull the closer you get to this the tree.
Now, what if I ponder the phrase that was connected with the orb?
Arcana. Yeah, Arcana.
Is it Arcana or would it be Insight?
Actually, Insight. Insight would be better.
I gotta look at what my insight is. Not bad, not bad. That's a natural 20. I'm sorry.
That's fucking crazy. You get the idea that the orb, as it's kind of leading you to this place, as you think over the phrase that it come with it of the vessel that much suffered like she did. I need you to roll another con save as you do approach
Oh
the city hall.
no. Oh, what's my con save? So I get a +2. 18.
You feel a strain in your arm for a moment, as there's a force that comes from the orb that almost seems to make your wrist twist slightly. Pain kind of shooting up your arm, but no damage is done as the pain kind of retreats.
I feel as though I should be reading into that.
You can roll a. I'll let you do Arcana for this one as well.
Hiya. 32.
32. Okay. The orb itself almost seems to be randomly pushing out energy and pulling energy in. You and kind of observing this now, whenever it tries to siphon or pull energy towards itself, it has a destructive tendency, which is what caused your arm to almost cripple for a moment, as it tried to siphon magic through your arm.
Very interesting. So. Oh,
That's
I
crazy.
wanted that car to go by.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could
I was
tell.
also taken aback that it's almost 8:30 at night and it's still light outside.
Yes.
So anyway, so it's siphoning magic.
Yes.
So it's trying to take power. I'm assuming that it's that this orb is the vessel that we're trying to transport to the lady. Or at least part of what would be the vessel.
Okay.
But who might it be implying must suffer? Does it just mean anyone? What? It's just anyone that can suffer? Because I'm suffering right now.
With your role, the vessel implies whoever is carrying said orb is what you're kind of infer.
Oh no.
Sucks to suck.
That's what happens when you pick up
Alright,
mysterious
so-
orbs in a weird city.
Well, you see, if anybody was gonna do this,
It was gonna be you.
me.
Your parents tell you not to ponder strange orbs you don't know.
Yes. Which is exactly why I'm doing it as I walk
Yes.
into the
As I walk into
the thing.
The Valley of Shadow and Death.
Listen, I'm looking at my life and I'm realizing there really ain't much left.
It's a fucking
Were you about to
ball.
lose a partner? All right.
a hell
Teammates
of
dying.
It's a hell of a line. About to lose the partner.
Yeah, the
Fuck,
boy,
bro.
the magic man. Oh,
If I
and
go
it-
down, this is the way I'd want to. Pondering orbs.
Pondering some random orb I found in a strange city. Okay.
If
Yeah.
I die, I die the way I intended. Between the thighs of a thick tree goth mommy.
Okay.
hell yeah, brother! I'm joining him.
Yeah, but you are standing outside the front of this town hall, kind of, mere meters away from the front door.
I'm gonna slip the orb next to the into my pocket, directly next to the highly volatile Gorgon construct power core.
Yes, of course.
That I've been carrying since session 1, mind you.
I need to just shoot you in the pocket one day. Just
Bang! Oh no! Kaboom!
Yeah, you remember that power core you had? Yeah, no, you don't have it no more. But you're also in a lot of pain.
You got blown over and landed on it wrong. I'm so sorry.
You'll thank me later, or you won't. I don't know.
I slipped the orb into the pocket next to the power construct thing, and I tell Soap and Ra to go get the others, and I'll wait here.
Okay.
Right.
You
And
guys-
this will buy me enough time to go pee.
This motherfucker.
Just don't pee on any living plants.
Okay, the two of you that are super stealthy, I'm not even gonna make you roll. You're able to sneak back to the others if you would like.
Yep.
Roll me a perception check along the way though.
Okay.
I actually get a better one this time. Fuck yeah, 27.
Soap. It'd be quite easy for you to. You notice there is a sewer passageway that can be taken to get back here.
29.
I'm gonna point it out to Ra, and I'm gonna be
Who
like,
notices
"Hey,
that
make
as
sure-"
well. Like you go to
Alright,
point it out,
oh,
and he
yeah.
also is looking at it.
I'd be like, "Hey, go grab the rest of the team. Meet me back here. I'm gonna go check the sewers before we bring everyone else and make sure it's actually clear."
So you're gonna take the sewer in the relative path to get back to the others to see if it's clear.
Well, so hold up. Where's the sewer? Is it before or after the sketchy intersection?
It is after. Like you could go through the sewer under the
I could go
streets
through the sewer to go to where Blackstone is.
to where the others are.
Where the EP people are.
But
So
not
they're
the other direction.
like it doesn't go to City Hall. You can go into the sewers though and go back towards the market.
Is there shit along the path?
Would you like to go down there and investigate?
I meant on the road. Because
There are creatures that are still
telling me there's a.
There are creatures moving along the road closer to City Hall like they were before. They seem to have they reconverge on that street
they're
every so often.
dispersing.
Yeah, they're moving around.
Oh, so you're saying
still.
we could take this and avoid the.
Yes, you found an alternative path that is possibly safer.
Okay.
Would you like to
Yeah, I mean,
investigate the sewer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll clear out the sewer if need be.
With your stealth check, you move along in the sewers. Kind of down here, there's not really any vines. A few mushrooms here and there. You also find there is an abundance of rats that look to be fully alive. They have no vines, no sort of well, I can't say infection on them, but no, like they don't look like the other creatures around here. They are rats through and through.
Would I be able to snatch one and shove it in the bag of holding?
Sure. Animal handling or athletics?
$18.
Yeah, you're able to catch a rat. It tries to bite at you, but you shove it in the bag of holding before it can.
All right, cool. It's gonna die. I fully know it ain't living, but like
Yeah.
science.
Science.
All right. You tossed a rat into the bag of holding. Congratulations, you caught a rat.
What did I miss?
Hell yeah, bro! I got Rattata. Let's fucking go.
So Ra, you're the first one to get to the market.
I got a snort.
You get to the market. What would you like to say to the others as you approach? Quill is kind of you kind of find the others resting. The two that did take your rest, you can roll hit dice if you'd like to regain health.
I would like that. That's why I rested.
I would like that very much.
Okay, let's see. Let's roll 3 sorcerers, 1 paladin. Nap time.
Nap time.
Okay, now I have to physically roll that stuff.
Yeah. When you approach, though, you find Quill is kind of dozed off. Like he looked like he was keeping watch. Where he was sitting, though, he kind of had tilted down, and he's kind of fallen asleep, rifle in hand. Kind of in a slightly dozed state. The other two are, well, Anthony is not sleeping. Anthony cannot sleep. Also remember to update your Foundry character sheets with health. But you find them, sitting within one of the market stalls. Nothing has come through here in the time. And they look mostly rested.
Nice, I healed 28 points.
So do your RP. Quill is asleep. Wrath is asleep. Anthony is awake.
I'm not there yet, so I'll chime into the conversation in a sec.
Fuck, I haven't really been paying attention. I need y'all to help me.
We come back after homie was contemplating the orb. You got there before
I know he was pondering. We made it to the tree.
And now you're back at the group. They've been napping.
Yeah. He pondered. The wizard. I'm like fucking struggling right now to remember his name.
Blackstone?
There we go. Blackstone. Yes. Thank you. We have he pondered the orb and I don't know. I think y'all should come check it out at some point.
All right, I'll be back in 1 second. But keep chatting. Whenever I come back, I'll join.
Okay. After just waking up, but how long have you been gone?
He's talking to you, Ra.
Well, I don't know how long we've been gone.
Like an hour.
Like an hour.
Did you find anything?
The tree.
Okay.
There's a
Did you
lot
do
of
anything at
there's
the
a lot of
tree?
guards kind of esque things. So those beasts that we saw in the church.
Oh, wonderful.
There was a decent amount of those over there.
Did
And
you fight any of them?
You think I'm crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right. But no, we didn't.
At least they aren't holding red balloons.
Oh no, if they were done for.
Okay.
It would have been wraps.
Well, thanks for coming back for us. She's kind of sitting up and stretching before getting to her feet. Okay. How do we want to get back then? Because I'm not exactly.
So we did find a sewer tunnel that'll take us back. I know it sounds a little gross, but safe enough for us to get back. There was nobody in there, so.
I'll probably just be more at risk of bumping my head than going above ground, so sounds good to me. Not exactly the stealthiest person, so.
Okay.
Well, I'm ready to move out when you are. Thanks for scouting ahead and letting us rest. The tree fight took a lot out of me.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Me and Blackstone are literally the scouts.
You mean soap?
Oh, Blackstone's kind of a scout. He's got that scout shit.
All right, back.
He's got that little eyeball thingy, the Wi-Fi signal.
I pop out of the sewer. I'm like, huh? I'm here.
All right, here, let him describe it because I honestly.
I'm just picturing like the grade comes up and then just like your ears pop up before your head does, like a pair of pointed ears just shoot up out of the sewer and then your head kind of raises up.
I'm not getting fully out. I'm.
No, I mean like you peek your head out. That's about it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So I'm like, I pop out half of the sewer. I'm like, sewer's clear. Gives us a better shot there, avoiding most of the monsters. Don't disturb the rats.
Rats. Wonderful.
It's rats or giant tentacle tree things. So, pick your poison.
Yay.
Other than that, yeah, I think Blackstone might be getting absorbed by this orb. Or the tree, one of the two.
Let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, I'm not a magic person. I'm leaving it up to the rest of you.
No, let's not waste any more time. And she'll make for the sewer grate.
Alright, I'll take a point. I guess Rob will be the caboose. He gone. Figure it out from there.
So you lot make your way, kind of heading back towards Blackstone. Blackstone, who's chilling by himself. What are you doing while you wait, Blackstone?
Oh well, I went and took a piss in nearby. It's a hidden and secluded corner. I took out like a book that I was probably carrying around in my backpack or something. Flip through some pages. Took in some architecture. Pondered the orb a little more.
Okay. Roll me. Let's do a wisdom saving throw. Why not?
I did not roll poorly, but I did not roll what I wanted. It's saving throw.
Yeah.
25.
Did not roll good. My fucking ass. Okay.
I mean, that's a +10. All right.
Yeah. As the orb kind of, you feel it calling out to you again as you kind of stopped moving after making so much progress towards the tree. It starts calling out once more. Kind of the blue light of it almost flashing a little bit, getting, brighter and then dulling for a moment as if it's almost trying to speak to you.
May I attempt to listen to the voice more intently?
Sure. You can choose to fail the wisdom save.
I feel as though that's a terrible idea.
Most definitely.
More than definitely. Can I
Well said,
listen to
bro.
the voices without failing my wisdom save?
Every time you go to try to listen to it, you can feel it prying into your mind.
Ew, yeah, no. I'm gonna slip the orb back into the pocket. Ew.
Okay.
Ew, a strange orb telling me what to do? Not me.
All my other orbs don't do this.
All my orbs
Oh my-
listen to me. What the fuck?
All my homies hate the mind invasive orb. Okay. So in that time, the orb continues to try to call out towards you and try to compel you to go towards the tree further, but you fight against it. Till the sound of a sewer grate being removed catches your ear. You turn to see the others crawling out of the sewer.
Oh, lovely.
The
Not only
rest
I
of you,
gotta
as
deal
you,
with mushroom
yeah,
people, I gotta
yeah.
deal with mushrooms growing on them and the horrible smell.
The rest of you kind of crawl out of the sewer, find yourselves in front of the city hall, the grand marble building, or what was once probably a grand marble building. You can see Blackstone sitting upon the steps just in front of the front doors. What would you all like to do? As you all arrive and find Blackstone chilling with a book in hand.
Well, if he's just sitting there and fine, I'll probably approach without really too much caution.
Yeah. No. You all regroup right in front of the building.
Hell yeah.
So before we go any further, I would like to stealth in front of said building,
Okay.
just to be safe. It's a 21.
21 for stealth. That's pretty good. Quill is also going to stealth behind you because Quill
Wants to
noticed
be
you
me.
do it. 17. That's pretty decent.
Oh, we stealthing? Fuck yeah, I'm joining.
I guess
I'm gonna
I'll
go,
try.
here's Blackstone, and then turn around. I got a 29 for stealth, and I fucking disappear.
I can take the hits. I'm not gonna
Fades
stealth.
from existence.
Hold up, peace sign, just slowly fades from existence.
Yeah. Alright, so we have 2 highs, 3 highs. Blackstone and Antony. And Wrath.
I'm not gonna try.
You're not going to try to be stealthy?
I mean, I could try, but I have a -1 modifier, so that's just a 12.
Okay. 12.
I'm about as stealthy as a bison, so
Anthony got a 21.
Bison is great.
Antony got 21. Not gonna lie, a bison will walk up behind you and you will never know. Because
Yeah,
I've
that
had
is
it happen
true.
to
Them
me.
fuckers are stealthy.
I have had a bison sneak up on me before, and it scared
It's
the
because
shit
they
out
don't
of me.
breathe heavy. It's
No.
What are you
It-
talking about?
I mean, if you roll a nat 20, you're as stealthy as a Bile Titan and Helldivers. Those things don't make any noise.
We don't talk about those.
But you see those.
Blackstone, did you tell me your role?
My roll for what?
Stealth.
We're stealthing?
If
So
you would like.
stealthing up to the big building we're very clearly walking into.
That's why my character's only stealthing
Yeah.
wholeheartedly.
I mean, a 17 might do, I guess.
Okay. You all go to the building. Who's taking point? I think it was Raw that said he wouldn't take point, or does someone else wish to take point?
Well, I don't think I could see Raw.
You can see Raw.
So
He's just very stealthy. You know where he is. So,
I'll have a general. Yeah.
yeah. If,
I'll stick near the back of the. If he's taking point, I trust Raw. I'll cover our ass.
But what if there's a red balloon?
That's why Quill's up there.
all right.
I'm giving specific instructions to Quill to don't let him pop a balloon. Also, I'm near the back, so if one does get popped, I'm good.
Go kind
What
of
about
Not
balloons?
selfish.
gives
Sorry,
you
I
a
got-
nod and makes like a small like shrill noise, and follows closely behind Ra as Ra pushes through the front doors of the building. They quietly, they quietly kind of do like an eerie like creak as you slowly push them open. Clearly, these doors had not been opened in a long time. Some of the vines kind of touching the door itself, just along the edges, kind of break off as if they're brittle. And you all push into the city hall in stealth. So, and I did not bring your character things here, so let me do this real fast. Just gotta bring it everyone real fast because I'm
Sweet map.
so, and before you start moving, you are all currently in the hiding position. I think is there a stealth one? Let me check here. I think hiding is the one we can do, but I think I want to double check
One in
there's
the
not a
bush.
stealth one. Yeah, that's hiding, which is stealth. Yeah, that's the one. So, whoops. You are all currently under the hiding status. As I add it to each of you. So, you all enter the building kind of in such an order. What would you all, as you all look around, you immediately hear breathing off to the left upon entering the building. Seeing one of the vine creatures curled up in a ball just behind one of the counters, seeming to be in a sort of slumber.
That's an EP boy.
How do
It's
I
per-
mega?
It's producing a loud kind of growling noise. Is it kind of something similar to this? As it snores
sleep?
away. Yes.
Part of me was like, let me do a silent takedown, and I was like, oh yeah, hi.
Yeah. Oh wait, they'll all know I'm here. Yeah, so you are all in stealth. You will keep your stealth roll. If you do anything stupid, you could wake things up. But where would you guys like to move around within the building at this current moment?
Not towards that creature.
I was gonna say, let's dip right and see what happens.
Okay, so whispering to one another,
Who's
kind of.
taking point?
I'll follow Blackstone.
I will make a note as well. As you entered, there's pillars that kind of hold up this room. The staircase looks to have crumbled. That's directly in front of you, as well as the upper landing is a bit of rubble, as
So
well as
clunky to move around. Holy shit! What am I clipping into? What is this?
It's
A
the
pillar?
columns.
the pillar. The
Uh,
thing that's making the dark line, that is a pillar.
Oh yeah.
So,
This fucking
Yes.
guy.
The counter is made out of counter.
yes.
Ah yes, the pillar made out of mushroom.
It seems the ceiling is made out of ceiling.
These sarcastic comments are going to wake up the creature.
Good.
Sounds like an angry god.
No, I'm just giving you a
Keep
warning
score.
before I do kill you all.
Is that why
So-
we've all
Don't
been
threaten
called
me with
to-
a good time. I already have another character in the chamber. His name's Thrunk Knuckle.
It's not
Uncle.
happening.
Take out- I take out the
So-
orb in this hallway.
It is pulsing brighter and brighter with every step that you take.
Oh, looks like we're
Which-
heading
Down
the
this
right
hall?
way.
Yeah, which I just realized that the fucking light on you is no longer there
Correct.
for some reason. Give me a second. I can fix this.
Should we check these doors before
Where's
we
my
go down any
marketplace?
further?
Carefully.
I mean, I
going-
don't know why we would. What are we gonna do? Kill whatever's in there? I'm invisible. Okay. I'm here.
No, I deleted you.
Raph is gonna like gently open this door.
Okay. Yeah, you see inside the room what looked to be an office space with a large mushroom kind of grown upon the table.
A mushroom. Just gonna go down kicking down doors. Well, not really kicking, but gently opening with hand.
Okay. Yeah, you
It's like a closet. I'm one of those kind of players where I need to know what's behind every door. Looks like this one leads into an interior chamber.
that's a dangerous game to play. Yeah, Quill's kind of looking around, kind of observing the room, careful not to step on any of the mushrooms. You see him kind of tiptoeing around some of the patches. Kind of makes his way along and stops at the end of the hall. Just looks
Another
back and
office.
makes a very soft, like.
Another storage room. I'm just gonna double back to this room because she can't leave well enough alone.
As you open that door within that chamber, you hear within that room same snoring as before. Seeing behind one of the is a pulpit, kind of the upper, I guess the benches of like where the prosecutor or not prosecutor, the person being questioned, whatever the fuck they're called.
It's fun.
The witness. The witness being questioned. Up there's one of the large humanoid creatures kind of. It's standing at full height, but it seems to be making that snoring noise and is unmoving.
She's going to gently shut the door, making sure to manually relax the latch back into place rather than letting the springs do it.
Okay. And close the door. You don't hear
There's
anything beyond
another.
that.
She'll go out into the hall and say, "There's two more creatures in that room. Looks like some kind of what's it? A courtroom. There's another door on the other side. I don't recommend me going in there."
You don't say.
I do.
You do
That's fucking crazy, man.
You're not closing these doors.
So you
Fucking
dip
nutty.
into them if needed.
Another office.
Oh, we're stacked on each other. That's hot. Pause.
This
What the fuck?
motherfucker.
It's still getting brighter as I go down the hallway. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Which way does the orb think we should go?
Don't open this door. I'm going to lean against this door.
I'm sorry, but that's the way we must go.
This
I'm
one?
good.
Or this one?
You lean against the door, and as you lean against it, you
Don't
hear
fucking play with.
the door kind of creaks a little bit.
Just look at.
I'm
Just look
gonna
over at
stop
him.
leaning.
I'm gonna roll a dice here.
Even with a 29 stealth, I managed to fucking reach that.
You managed to
That's
cock
not
it up.
This dude.
You
That's
hear kind of a
crazy.
loud snort-ish type sound, whatever could make that sound from within the chamber, beyond the door, and a bit of shuffling.
Oh, Cool.
I go that way.
Blackstone,
It
as a
is
note,
that
that
way?
orb,
Run.
the orb is pulsing when you turn it towards that door at the very top of the chamber that you're in.
I'm gonna go this way. That'll indicate to everybody that it is this way.
I watched him go that way. So
Okay. Is everyone going to follow Blackstone into the next chamber?
Soap, where are you going?
Soap.
I
Soap!
moved. I
Oh.
moved.
Oh, so there's a
Sorry.
door down there. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody stacking on top of each other. Oh my god.
So you all push into the next chamber, the door kind of creaking, this kind of long, dark hallway on the other side. As you kind of make your way into the chamber, this hallway, and start moving through it, the doors behind you slowly coming to a close, kind of not blocking you in complete darkness due to Blackstone emanating a blue glow off of him at the moment, but a fairly bright light coming off, or not like it's fairly dark in here if it wasn't for Blackstone glowing. And as you guys get to the end of this corridor and kind of push through yet another set of doors, these ones seeming to be alive in a sense, almost the doors themselves looking to be shifting, made of shifting wood and vines, as you push through and enter a large circular chamber. Upon entering the chamber, you can see this looks to be, based on the interior, the center of the tree. The wooden walls of this almost cylindrical chamber that seems to be just going up and up and up, all the way up into a kind of into a void up above you, as it's so high that you can't see any sort of light above you. At the center of this chamber, there's a large pedestal of sorts that looks to have a slot on it to hold some sort of sphere. And beyond it, you can see a sort of gateway that's currently inactive.
I wonder what must be done in this precarious puzzle situation.
What would you like to do, party?
No, I don't hear that loud exhale.
Fucking die. Where's the portal? Does it
On the
go
farther
here?
side of the room, yeah.
Why is there just void?
It's just dark.
There's just darkness, bro.
I'm just gonna skirt the edge of the fairy circle.
I am gonna take stim.
I'm gonna push halfway up. Bam.
Okay. Cool, kind of.
Nothing happening. I don't see nothing.
Nothing, no shifting in the room, nothing.
All right, I'm gonna stand next to the pedestal.
Okay, you are next to the pedestal. Nothing changes within the chamber.
I move again.
Yeah, you guys can keep moving. It's not turn-based mode yet.
Yet.
Ain't nothing stopping us. All right, I'm gonna try something funky here.
how tall is this mushroom?
Oh wait,
Like
I have the corpses.
6 feet tall.
I'd prefer not to use the bodies of our fallen comrades, but also I'd rather not lose living people.
I mean, I don't.
Well, I have a rat.
Did they
Can I
suffer?
retrieve the rat? Is it alive?
The rat is dead by this point.
I hold up a rat.
It has a
It
horrific look on
suffered.
its face.
It suffered.
It saw the bag man.
It saw the
I'll-
bag man.
I'm gonna walk over to Soap and be like, what's your plan here?
It says we need someone that suffered. This rat suffocated to death in the infinite abyss that is a bag of holding.
Blackstone
Alright, so
Constitution saving throw.
oh, okay. 12.
This is oh, never mind. I don't need you to roll at disadvantage. You feel a sharp pain go through you once more,
Ow.
and there are flashes before your eyes for just a moment of what is Blackstone's worst fears?
You see, this is a thought I never really thought I needed.
There's part of me that felt like you were about to go taxes, and I was like, no.
Taxes. You put me on the spot here. Hold on. D6 go. Heights.
Heights. You, in this brief instant, you feel, what you feel like is multiple minutes. For Soap, it's like 2 seconds that your eyes kind of just like flash for a moment. You see just, images of your greatest fear, you falling from a great height, things of that nature. There's an image of you seeing your own office, your PR office, PI office, not PR, PI office, ablaze. There's images of you being kicked onto the streets, things that keep you up at night, as like a fear of things that can happen. And as this happens, your left arm twists up slightly, and you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. As a
Ow.
blue light shoots up your left arm and fairly mangles it.
The fucking Half-Life fucking sound.
No,
Jesus.
stop!
Every keyboard press. It's fucking great. I hate it. All right, so after this, now it's time for me to be heavily sarcastic. So I'm a tell. So I'm gonna ask. So what's the plan with this thing? The rat.
Is he repeating himself?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slowly retract the rat and just be like, "Are you good, bud?"
So I'm gonna tell him Mr. Soap. Would you please place the rat upon the ground?
I'm gonna place the rat on the ground. I'm gonna back up.
I'm a kneel down and I'm go. All right, but little buddy, I'm gonna need you to take this orb and put it on the pedestal over there, and I'm gonna like gently roll the orb into the dead rat.
Oh, all right. If that was your issue, I'm gonna come back up. I'm gonna pull out a rope from
The orb
my
rolls up
backpack.
and just bumps against the rat.
I'm gonna pull out
Nothing-
some rope.
nothing
and I'm gonna just
happens.
Go, gimme.
Are you gonna tie the orb to the dead rat and then put the rat on the pedestal?
One eye blinks after another.
That's a horrific sound that I associate with that concept. It's a horrifically disgusting noise.
You said it needs a sacrifice that suffered. The
It-
rat has suffered. Therefore, we
The-
strap the rat.
This isn't how
to the orb.
rituals work. Odds
Oh,
are it's
I'm
gonna want
sorry.
something that's
Oh.
alive.
The non-magic user doesn't know how rituals work. My fucking bad.
Come on, bro. We've all seen the movie. I'm like throwing my hands up in the air. We've all seen the movies.
Take the goddamn rat and the rope.
what goddamn cultist ritual type nonsense doesn't need a live sacrifice?
Does it say alive? No, it just said suffered. It didn't specify. That's not my problem.
I'm gonna pick up the orb and I'm gonna go back to the pedestal.
I'm gonna pick up the rat. And I'm putting
Okay.
it in my bag of holding.
Are you placing the orb upon the pedestal?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm
Alright.
just gonna full on just bonk the fucking orb right into the pedestal.
Okay.
We're losing Blackstone, everyone.
It's over. I'm gone.
The orb stops going for
Sugar.
a moment. Everything goes dark within this spot. And then moments later, it slowly starts to bring back the light until it is illuminating the entirety of this space that is now illuminated. Upon this occurring, the chamber itself, the tree, everything kind of begins to shake ever so slightly. Like a mild like tremor of like almost like an earthquake type thing. The aftershock, that's what I'm thinking of, like an aftershock of an earthquake, where it's just everything starts rattling just enough to be noticeable, but not enough to do anything. And upon that happening, the mushroom up here begins to shift. And as it moves and
Upward.
shifts and falls to the side, you see a large draconic creature made of vines that rises up. As it does, lights begin, the purplish glow starts coming off of it, its eyes open, and it looks upon the orb and the one who placed it. It does not speak at first. It simply stares as it looks in your general direction. Takes a few steps forward. Do you have anything? Anyone wants to do anything in this moment?
I mean, it doesn't speak, right?
It hasn't spoken yet. If it can.
Question. From the little fucking street interaction where we stealth past everybody, has it been an hour?
It's been over an hour.
Fuck.
It's been just over an hour by this point since you did that.
Damn it. Okay. Nothing more.
Nothing more. Okay. Let's see here. Let me review my notes on specifically how this interaction should be going. Kind of almost a billowing comes from its throat, like what would be perceived as this creature's throat, as it slowly approaches the pedestal, and it is ignoring everyone else in the room. It is strictly looking at the pedestal and Blackstone at the moment. And it slowly makes its way towards you. And then it stops. Just on the other side of the pedestal, still making eye contact with you. Kind of freezes up for a moment. Blackstone, roll another con save.
Oh boy. Boy. 21.
21. You feel the orb still pulling at you ever so slightly. The sort of...
I mean, I have my hand on
yeah.
it still.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's still pulling from you. The strain on your arm once more coming from it. And the creature, as this happens, lets out this kind of low growl. Kind of kind of bringing its head down to almost be level with you. And then it speaks. Kind of this rough female voice coming from it. Almost has multiple layers to it, which I don't have a voice mod set up for this, so I'm not going to do it. Kind of these multiple layers to it, though. And it just says, you return the orb without suffering as much as others. Why?
I kind of like raise an eyebrow and I go, "Who are you to judge that?"
The same billow kind of comes from its throat for a moment and responds with, the keeper of the orb and the protector of this place. That is who I am. What brings you here to my domain?
I kind of like glance and stuff like, fuck, maybe I should have made him do it.
I'm holding up the rat and being like, I told you. But all seriousness,
Fuck, the rat should have done it.
don't be
Damn it.
yourself. We need to, kind of kiss assy and get out.
I look back at the dragon. I was like, listen, I was just the messenger said to return the orb. I'm doing it.
It kind of tilts its head slightly, just kind of says, as a means to what? Appease me, escape this place, perhaps? Gain power? For what
I mean,
reason?
I don't.
We just want to leave.
Well, I'm just gonna like look around and just be like, lady, we kind of just stumbled upon the orb randomly. We were here because we lost some people. We kind of like stumbled into this place. We found the orb. It said to return it. I'm just returning the orb, bro.
Hmm. And it kind of
think of it as a kindness.
roll me a persuasion check.
the one bad roll.
God, we're all dead.
All right, it's still a 14.
It's a 14. Okay. It kind of wields back a little bit, kind of brings its head up, I guess. Looking at you almost in suspicion. And as it does, it kind of turns its head to observe the rest of the room, noticing you're all kind of spread out a bit.
Can I raise my hand?
Sure, you can raise your hand.
I raise my hand. Kind of like a call on me.
Teacher, teacher.
Yeah, it just kind of makes eye contact with you and just kind of, once again, that billow from before.
If you need someone who suffered, they are friends, but I would be willing to part with one, and I'll open up the bag of holding, retrieve a corpse.
It shakes its head and says, it is not needed.
This is oh.
It just says, as the one who suffers is the one who carries the orb, and it looks back to Blackstone. Who are you still touching the orb, Blackstone?
Yeah, that's a good question. Hold on. D6, go. I would have released my hand from the orb at this point.
Okay. As it kind of looks back to you, you notice as it kind of looks back to you, there are markings now on your left arm, almost like strain marks of like your body's strain against this orb. And it says, clearly, you're not all here to attempt to free those I watch over.
You watch over people?
I thought they
Okay.
wanted to be here.
It gives a slight nod to Blackstone. It just says, those who were sent here when I was created.
I pull out a notebook.
Is the god of the Fae his name?
Quilvanus.
I'll say it to the dragon. I'll be like, don't mean to be rude, but is this part of Corvanus's territory? Are you in? Is this the Fae or is this something different?
No, it is. This is its own place.
And what do
Something
you call this
born
place?
in chaos and will end in chaos.
I'm taking fucking notes.
Well,
I'm writing down
We-
everything.
we hold no ill will towards you or your people. Simply here to retrieve the bodies of our fallen soldiers and return them to their families.
Given our current state, I'd say we might qualify as their people now.
If you require suffering, could I try?
It
Why do you require suffering?
it thinks for a moment. So while it's thinking, you can try to touch the orb.
I would like to touch the orb, but also try to channel the internal conflict that the Wendigo and the dire or whatever the bear are having.
Roll
I
me.
can't help
roll
but
me.
imagine
Yeah.
the-
roll me a
the-
con
the-
saving throw. Take a -5 and disadvantage.
I
All right,
can't
cool.
help but
Glad I took
imagine.
the stim before. God bless.
I can't help but
That
but imagine
counteracts.
the nut button, but with a werewolf hand.
Somebody make
See,
that for
this
me
is
right
why-
now.
This is why I took the stim before. So with disadvantage, first roll was a 25. I wish I could get that. Second roll was a 19.
Okay. You managed to fight the pain. You place your hand on this orb. It's like grabbing an electric fence for you. A pain shoots up your arm and into your chest, and you hear in your head the roar of both sides, the Wendigo and the werebear screaming and roaring out in agony. The orb, for the rest of you, as you see Soap straining, the orb gets brighter and brighter, kind of almost seeming to be powering up off of this.
I kind of just like slump a little bit and drop my head back. Oh, come on, man. We were trying to avoid this.
You'll take 7 points of bludgeoning damage because you are
Alright.
willingly offering suffering. And as this happens, it's not even paying attention to you by this point, but it just as it looks to you after you let go of the orb and Blackstone as well, it just says, "Only through suffering can one be reborn." Or sorry, suffering and chaos can one be reborn.
Well, I'm sorry, Soap, but you're turning into a mushroom person. Good luck.
I kind of ponder that and be like, if I stay here, are the rest of them able to leave?
It looking over all of you and after this situation and kind of coming to the realization of this may not be a hostile takeover of some sort, it kind of shakes its head and says, "None of you are required to stay."
What are the benefits of rebirth?
Does becoming a mushroom person come with a 401k?
Yeah,
plan?
can I get a 401k becoming a mushroom person?
Do you do you match what I put in? Or is it like an up to 5% kind of deal? You know?
If you put in 5% pain, we'll match you 2%.
Do I get PTO? No.
It reaches out to you telepathically in a form of visions if you are willing to accept.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Seeing this, you can tell from its perspective, this is a wonderful thing. From the perspective of those that it's sharing the visions of, the people here are not happy. This
I
place
can
is.
only imagine.
Think of a lesser hell where it's continuous suffering, except for it's not burning in damnation, but it's like a constant internal agony of like dealing with chaos within at all times.
Oh, cool. Hold up.
And you can see that was the reason why earlier when you ran into that dragonborn looking vine creature individual, they were very hostile to the lot of you because he never has good days.
Because we're just better than him.
I wish I could have good days like these guys. Time to be an asshole.
But in the thing as well, you are noted that you will never know the pain of death, as well as the strife and conflict of war, as that is what caused this place to be.
Cool. Nurgle's blessing.
Kind of feels like I'd be selling my soul.
Which you already did. Kind
Yeah,
of.
Sorry,
I don't know.
soul's
I don't
already
know if they
taken.
want to sell.
Well, you have
I
half
don't-
your soul left, don't you?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they want to share.
Sorry, someone already called dibs.
Do you have a name? Not to be rude, but I feel like calling you Fungal Dragon would be kind of insensitive.
It shakes its head and says, "I have no need for such things. I am simply the protector of this place."
Guardian, got it. And I scribble it down on the notepad.
And do I have any knowledge of what the hell this thing is?
No, there is nothing that has ever existed like this before that you know of. It has the kind of the not facade, but it's almost like talking with a gem or metallic dragon, where it's willing to have a conversation, but it's always on its own. It's always on edge because it's concerned of a possible conflict occurring.
So, to clarify, not here to, overthrow whatever you got going on. We're just trying to leave. And I guess the people here are peaceful. I'm assuming if you were to fall, they would also disappear. So, probably not a good idea. It correct?
This place would be no more, and the effects would be beyond anything that I would be able to know.
Speaking of this place, what do you call this place?
I'm scared. I'm taking the stim like a health.
It thinks for a moment and just says, "The people here called it Alcartha, but I do not have a name for this place."
I've just been calling it the waste bin dimension because it seems whatever event created this place, everything fell in, and well, now you have the place that used to be called Alcartha.
It kind of gives a slight nod, not fully understanding what you mean by that.
So, Guardian, the portal back there, is that to like leave? Or
It gives a nod and says, "If it's where you wish to be," and it places one of its claws upon the orb, which immediately shatters and then almost absorbs into its hand. The light remaining. So essentially, the glass orb that was there shatters, the light of the orb remains on the pedestal, and the glass kind of absorbs into this thing and forms upon the top of its forehead. And as this occurs, and it lets out this kind of shrilling howl up into the treetops, or in through this tree, causing the whole room to vibrate. The portal opens, kind of emanating this green glow to it. And it simply looks to the lot of you and just says, if you wish to leave, you can, and those who wish to stay can remain.
Are we able to come back?
No.
And what about the viney action going on? Is that permanent?
I do not know the fates of those that leave this place, only those that remain.
Fungal hive mind has range. Check.
Kill dragon, leave the dragon alone. Kind of want my arm back. Also don't want to fight a dragon. So many options.
What if we asked her to just stop? Give up with her, you know?
Like,
I
what, you're trying to do
kinda-
a charisma check here?
No offense, Guardian, to your whole aesthetic going on here. Dig it, really cool. Would kind of like my arm back though. You know what I'm saying? And my face. Can't really get any ladies with this anymore.
It does
I
not.
kind of like look Soap up and down and is like, you're giving yourself too much damn credit, bro.
It
Point
just
a
looks
finger
you
at him.
over. It does not reply. It has given you it based on what you can tell. It has given you your option, and it is awaiting you to choose.
I think it's likely that if we leave, the issue will clear itself up. It's probably the longer we stay in this realm, the more at risk we'll become fully subsumed by vines like we saw in the marketplace.
I concur.
I don't know. As they say, we should probably
Well,
bounce.
I mean, I'm assuming, right, if we go back and tell them we couldn't retrieve the bodies of our comrades, that they'd understand, considering it's a big town of fungal people. If they want them, they can come burn this place down themselves.
We have the body.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
have the bodies. They're in the bag of holding.
Oh yeah.
It's
Mobby.
more
Quill-
so,
Yeah,
do we
Quill
want to go
kind
back
of
to normal or not?
looks
Yeah.
to the lot of you, and he is just going to run straight through the portal and disappear.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm pondering this.
There's no orb up to ponder. You have to leave.
The orb is in her forehead, and she is standing at full height.
Kind of. Oh, I guess. Go stand next to Ra and like
Uh,
I
whisper
like
in
to
his ear and be
ponder
like,
into her eyes. And I was like,
whisper to Ra as quietly. And thieves can't too.
Kind of bites his
Really?
lip as he stares in her eyes.
Do you think this is gonna end well if we go through this portal?
hey, look. The people who are here are already cooked.
Yeah,
Think
but
thieves
we're
can.
also slightly cooked. We're like medium rare.
Nah, we should be good.
I'm gonna do something funky, and I'm gonna walk up to the dragon after I take my last notes and to hold my hand out for a handshake. And like, thank you for your time.
It looks upon you confused and does not move.
Not a handshake person. I get it. as I kind of like wave, it was like, enjoy the rest of your time. Keep up the good work, and I'm gonna walk over to the
Anthony,
portal.
Anthony, what are you doing?
I'm just walking in.
He's climbing the
Yeah, I was
dominant.
like, are you trying to climb the creature?
I wasn't even close to her.
On my screen, you were on top of her.
Yeah.
No, I was right here next to where the pedestal was.
No,
Were
you
you
were
just-
inside.
Yeah, were you just ping that's in her tile?
But she's right. She's right here for me.
Oh no, she's by the pedestal for me.
She's right here. Yeah.
Oh, now
she's
she
right
moved.
here.
She's
Yeah,
okay. That
that's
explains.
where she was to begin with.
Yeah. So a lot of you all go through the portal one by one.
I'm still
Oh well, you can make your choice. Are you going through the portal or not?
I'm not staying in the fungus dimension of another dragon.
I'll go through the portal. I'm
I
gonna
am
be
not-
real
I will-
mad if
I
my
will-
space is still fucked up.
I will not stay in the fungal dimension.
If I still got fungi, I'm turning back
Listen,
around.
this was basically the plot of the
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers movies from like 1990 right here.
Holy
Right?
shit, I've
Disaster
remade
causes an
Mario.
alternate dimension.
Bro, you
Um,
remade Mario and fucking Nurgle in
There's,
one
like,
session.
fungus.
All
I've
great
actually-
stories are inspired by another great word.
Here's the
Nurgle's
funny thing.
literal thing is, I will grant you with the blessing of decay. You will enjoy it, but they're in constant suffering.
I know nothing about Nurgle, so like the fact that I did that.
Nurgle, the voice line, the monologue you gave is directly from one of the interactions with him.
Wait, word for word?
Pretty much. I
What the
looked up
fuck?
quote.
That's crazy. That's
It switched the fungal growth for decay, and you're almost spot on.
I've done this with so many plots where I've recreated an anime or something, and I've never seen the anime or the thing that I've recreated. That's fucking hilarious. Anywho,
Henry Cavill
Um,
would be proud.
I know I wouldn't say it this campaign. Maybe the next one he'll be proud of, but not
Dude, he's
this one.
fucking cheering right now.
Uh,
I know he's a Nurgle fan.
Well, now we've left the Mushroom Kingdom behind us.
So the lot of you all pass through the portal, being knocked unconscious once more, kind of everything going dark. And then you find yourselves slowly coming to. The sun setting over the horizon, kind of opening your eyes and looking about, finding yourselves on the mountain overlooking the city once more. The place you started
Are
this
we-
whole endeavor.
Are we fungusy?
You appear to be as you were, with the exception of a few cuts and bruises. Blackstone, your left arm, still has these. They're almost like a pale gray lightning bolt type pattern going up your arm from the strain.
Do I
Um,
got strain as well?
You have a few lines on your arm,
Hell,
but not as
I was
much
gonna
as
say I'm
Blackstone.
disease free. You left with space aids.
Essentially, it looks like scar tissue that is kind of just like on the skin.
Can I check
kind of
the
a-
bodies? Oh,
You check the bodies. They are, they no longer have any sort of growth on them either. They simply look like the bodies of your allies.
no one's gonna believe us.
You see Quill kind of like patting himself down, like checking every part of his body. At one point, like even pulling his belt up to look inside, and then kind of just like lets go and lets out a sigh.
Goodbye, free magic missile.
Goodbye.
I'm
Misty
I'm
Step.
surprised none of you tried to use that at all.
I did. You
Oh,
said
yeah.
nothing happened.
No, I'll explain to you after the session. We used
Try
it
to use
once.
command.
Yeah, we used
I
command. That's
used
what it
command
was.
and I used Misty Step. That's how
That's
I
right.
cleared the distance on the other side of the room.
Misty Step was not one of their spells. No, it was. Yes, it was.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
Mhm.
was. Yeah, you rolled for both of those. We had something happen with both of those. Though all of you are sitting out, just you can see the city below, the desolate, ruined city filled with radiation.
So
as you were,
good.
yeah, as you
Awesome,
all are
yeah.
sitting here, you do know you are miles away from home. You do know that the radio is starting to work again. So what would you guys like to do?
Well, I'll report back in using the radio.
Hey, get us the fuck out of here.
What would you like to say over the radio?
Mission accomplished.
You hear there's a pause before over the radio you hear Tala's voice saying, is that you, Zephyr Company?
Copy. Roger.
Oh, I mean, we've been gone for months again.
There's a pause and says, "It's good to hear from you. You're starting to worry a little bit when you didn't call in yesterday, but it seems that you got out all right. Anything to
As
report?"
per usual.
How many bodies do I have?
4.
Is that the
Well,
entire
hold
squad?
up a finger, 4 fingers for wrath.
4 bodies retrieved.
That's good to hear. Head to the mountains directly to your west, and we will have Dragon Company come and rendezvous with you at that point. Bring you home.
Are we
Copy.
not on the mountains to the west?
No, he's talking about the ones further west.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, the ones you were dropped off at initially.
So return to the
The original
Not-
landing zone.
the insert zone.
Yeah.
Insertion zone. Okay, and Raph will relay those orders back to the rest of the team.
So
Sounds
a
like
lot
we
of
were gone for maybe a day. She'll say to others.
you guys head back towards the other mountain range, getting to the LZ, at which roughly 5-10 minutes after you get there, Brimstone comes clearing over the horizon carrying the normal crate that he carries whenever picking up squads, placing it down about 15 yards from you. And as he lands, just says in the very deep, draconic voice, that the deeper voice that he has while in this form, he says, "It's good to see you all came back in one piece." I
I could
assume
give a debriefing if needed. I don't think you're gonna believe me though.
no need to tell me. Talo will be waiting for you back at base.
Besides, I'm sure what we found will probably be held in the strictest of confidences.
No, we don't have any physical proof. Just gonna whisper.
Brimstone just kind of watches you guys whisper to one another, just kind of like waiting you guys to get in the crate. He seems intrigued, but he
Right.
doesn't seem to be wanting to pry at all on what's going on.
I'm gonna get.
I'm
in the
gonna just
crate.
get in the crate.
I'll get in the crate.
All of you get inside, doors close behind you, kind of fasten yourselves into the seats. Takeoff happens. You are all taken back to the base over the course of, it's roughly an hour or so flight. Upon arriving, landing at the normal vehicle bay that you're normally left off at, doors opening as Brimstone back in his dragonborn form, opening the door and allowing you all out. You see Talo waiting for you, standing there, kind of the normal general's or commander's pose, arms held behind his back in that kind of stance as he's, awaiting to speak with all of you. You know the pose I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hope you do. And he kind of gives you all a nod and says, "It's good to see you all are back. What do you all have to report about this,
Are
about
we
the
in
recon
the
team
briefing room?
and what you found?" No, you guys are out in the
I
open.
hold up the notes that I took from the talk with the dragon and what I jotted down from memory of our interactions. And say we got a lot to go over.
He kind of goes through the notes and a look of confusion comes upon his face. Kind of not entirely. You can definitely tell there's a bit of disbelief in his eyes.
You'll probably want to send some teams to quarantine that area. The radiation isn't really the problem there.
Once you
This might be information more attuned to Cerberus's knowledge, not quite mine. How about we go all visit his lab real quick and see what he has to say about this?
Time for another field trip.
You said that, and the first thing that went through my head was with the frizz.
No way.
No way. Jinx, you owe
My-
me. I don't know. Soda, maybe.
my childhood came back to me for a moment. So,
Where would you? Before we go, where do you want me to store the bodies? Not much you could glean from them at this point. Any fungal growth or infection is disappeared. They simply have cuts, bruises, and laceration.
we can leave them with Cerberus and see what he is able to find from them. He kind of leads you all to Cerberus's lab, kind of walking inside, and just kind of calls out for Cerberus as you guys kind of arrive. The lab is a lot cleaner than it was before. It's still in its normal like state of chaos, but it is definitely a lot better than it was. Those are pipes that stick out of the ground. You're really not supposed to cross over them. I'm just gonna tell you that now.
Yeah.
And as there's as you guys enter, and after Cerberus is called, you hear him kind of mutter something in the back before kind of making his way down. Seeing a lot of you kind of come in, and says, and looks specifically to Tallow and says, "Commander, I did not expect to see you on this fine day. What do I have the pleasure of seeing you for?" Tallow kind of gestures to a lot of you and just says, they have information about their mission that you might be interested in, and I'm curious to know what you have to say about it. Cerberus kind of gives a nod, looks to the rest of you. Some of you haven't come in the building yet.
Correct.
I'll
zoom
gesture
in
for
tight.
Blackstone to he could do explaining.
I'm gonna walk over and give him the book.
You hand him the book, and you see, all three of the heads kind of light up at their eyes kind of light up at the same time, just like intrigued by the contents. You see him kind of reach into one of his pockets with his left hand and kind of pull out like a set of spectacles, place it on the center head, as he kind of that one
Wait.
kind of looks closer at the book, kind of taking in the information.
Up a couple mushrooms. Are they still on my person?
No. What was mushrooms in your pockets has been, what you do find is more of a dust or sand type stuff.
Odd.
But he looks over this book rather quickly of all your notes and just says, "Fascinating. And I assume you all saw these events of this location, considering you were all together."
Yes.
Yep.
Wonderful. And he's going to, as he says that, he's going to push a claw, like just a single finger, to your forehead, Blackstone, before you can react. If you want, you can roll a will saving throw. Or not will. A wisdom saving throw.
I don't like mind nonsense. I'm a roll. I fail.
You
I-
feel...
Wait.
Oh,
Is that... I don't know if this would be considered keck. Hold on. I'm gonna post a picture.
oh my.
Would you, Mr. DM, as soon as I can get to the chat on my phone, would you consider this keck?
Yeah. Because it's not flat on the ground.
Reroll. It didn't matter. I rolled a fucking is a wisdom, right?
Yeah.
I got a 16 total.
Yeah. You feel as if all of the memories from the last, what would be for you 24 hours, they're not pulled from your head, but it's almost like having them copied and then the copy pulled from your head. He copy pasted your memories. And as he does this, the rest of you see him as he pulls back his claw, this kind of silvery strand at the tip of his claw that he, pulls back, and in the other hand kind of whips his hand in the air and produces a vial, which he drops the strand into.
Bro
Corks
just
it.
picked up my fucking memories and then put them back down, bro.
Yeah, picked him up and put him in a vial.
I pick up memories and I put them down.
Yep. And he kind of looks it over for a moment and kind of pockets it. Just says, "I think this all will be interesting and possibly could advance some of our technologies here, depending on what we find out of this, or simply sate my curiosity of what happened." Kind of one of the heads looks over to Soap and just says, "And I know you have something for me, because you did promise that you would bring me something."
4 bodies and a rat.
Fascinating. And he gestures for you to follow him, kind of comes over to this door, goes inside, and just says, place the bag onto the table. I'll look through its contents later on." Do you do as he asks?
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw. He's going to try to pluck your memories as well, unless you don't want to. As you're putting this bag down, he kind of just like same action of like a claw to your forehead. Do you just allow it?
Yep.
Actually, you've been his guinea pig. This would be a very common occurrence for you to just.
This is tame compared to what happened.
Yeah. He drags the memories from you though. Kind of same thing. Produces another vial, places your memories in.
I consent to having my memories taken as well.
Okay, so he then gestures for you to go out of the room and says, I'll have a word with the others, and then I do have a development on a certain advancement on your ailment, but we can talk about that later." And he gestures for you to walk out of the room.
A word. I need.
And he kind of walks down and stops before Tallow and just says, "Any others of you wish to have, to share the knowledge that you obtained from that place that you went to?"
Raph would volunteer a hand.
He walks over to you, and as he kind of gives you a smile and says, "This may tingle a bit," and he's going to do the same thing to you. Pull out the memories from you. You still remember them, but, you do feel that they have been extracted and essentially copied. As this happens, the right head looks towards you, Ra, and just says, "Are you willing to share as well?" Ra's very quiet.
Sorry, I'm zoned out fully.
Cerberus is
staring at
asking
this
if
right
you're willing to share your memories with him, as in he's going to copy and paste them out of your brain.
I know that, and yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. He does the same thing to you. After he, finishes up, he looks towards Quill and Antony. Do you have a response to his question, Antony?
I'll give him a thumbs up.
Okay. As he comes up to the two of you, he does both of you at the same time. Kind of pulls the memories from both of you, places them into vials, and kind of gives all of you a nod and walks back over here and says, as he's walking, one of the heads kind of looks back behind him and just says to Tallow, just, I will give you a full report on what I am able to discover from what I've acquired from these folks. I would recommend, and he turns around as he stops and looks around to all of you and just says, I would recommend that they all take a few weeks of R&R or something of the sorts before being sent on another mission after what I can only imagine they went through as of late. Tallow kind of gives a nod and says, that can be arranged. He looks at the rest of you and just says, consider this your debriefing and get some rest. He just walks out the front door.
At this rate, we're going to sit out the rest of the war.
Cerberus all three heads kind of give the same smile and just says, I wouldn't say that much. Something tells me that as he kind of turns around and kind of walks over to this table, one of the heads kind of glancing back to the rest of you just says, you still have a good chance of partaking in a few fights, and I'd say there's some other things in your future that you may experience.
Well, that's ominous.
He gives a nod and turns away, and as he does, he just says, I can't exactly give the details, because due to the nature of what I dabbled with, but an air of caution would be advised, at least for these next few weeks. And he then gestures to Soap and gestures back to the room that he left the bag and says, I can talk with you in private once your friends have left. If you want to wait for me in the room with the bag of holding and the bodies.
Well, that seems like an invitation to take our leave. Thanks, Doc.
Well,
Just
all right
bringing
then.
our rings.
Bye.
Gives a nod. All of you kind of, I guess, if all of you are willing to, make your way out the door.
What do I have to roll if I'm not willing?
You just can stay. You don't have to roll anything, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just leave then.
Oh, yeah, you guys head out the door. Cerberus kind of making his way back towards Soap into the room. Closes the door behind him and kind of moves over to the table, opening the bag of holdings and pulling out the first body. Kind of not acknowledging you at first as you're in the room, and then just says, I have good news and bad news on your predicament.
Mm-hmm.
Which would you like to hear first?
Go for the bad.
The bad news is the thing I have the idea of doing would be a lot trickier than I initially hoped and could possibly kill you. As for the good
Stare at him
news,
blankly.
yeah, as for the good news, and one of the heads kind of glances back to you and just says, there is a way of merging the two entities within you. As I said, it is tricky, as they are of differing alignment and desires, as well as two feral beasts that wish to have nothing more than to be in control. But there is a way of doing it. I'll say, though, it's going to require a certain event to happen before I can attempt this.
I'll take out one vial of the stimulo and another vial of the holly leaf. I'll put them on the table and I'll just look back up at them. Well, whenever that event occurs, and we're ready to go with the experiment, I'll be needing the.
Gives you a nod. As you kind of, make your way to the door, which you can move your tile as you need to.
Yeah.
As you open the door to leave, he does say, and one more thing. During the next few weeks, I would keep your emotions in check. Because there is something that will occur that may make them sporadic.
If you know so much, why don't you just tell me so I can prepare?
As I said, the nature of what I dabbled with, which is the first time I've dabbled with it, if I tell you too much, it'll lock in a fate that is worse than if things just simply went wrong.
I'll pull
All I
out
can
one of the holly
you said-
leaf joints and I'll just start lighting it.
Don't worry your little head about it. Just act as you would, and when the event comes, you'll know. And you will, I have faith that you will respond appropriately.
Understood.
You kind of, as you go out the door, he just kind of mutters the words of, who knows, maybe you'll see an old friend again.
Kind of pause. Thinking, and I'll just continue.
The door closes behind you without him following you. You head out, seeing the rest of your squad kind of, some distance along in the field. And I think that's what will end tonight's session. See, quick early session. You guys fought the dragon
boys.
thing, we would have been working another hour in. I gave you guys a choice. That was going to be a long fight, long hard fight. So
I didn't have the powerful spell slots for that.
No, none of you were. You guys would have struggled, and maybe one of you would have died. Let's just put it that way. On that note, we hope you guys enjoyed. I will make a note just to anyone watching these. We will be absent next week. I will be disposed of during that time, and will not be able to indisposed. That's the word, not disposed of. Indisposed at that time.
Would be disposed of.
Someone will be discarding my body in a river. I don't know. I will be indisposed at the time, so the next session will happen in 2 weeks from now, which will be their R&R. If you guys enjoyed, and you want to catch future episodes, join the Discord or follow us on Twitch. And if you guys want to catch up on previous episodes, go check out the YouTube page. It's on the Twitch and linked everywhere else. As always, we hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye.